Now you're very much involved in the what do they call it, steam threshers?
Yeah, Western Ontario Steam Threshers Association.
And do you find that people are always sharing ideas there too?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a number of us that are friends, and we're always together and back and forth. And if somebody needs some help, why you go and help them, and if you need help, they'll come to you. It's a big happy family.
That's great. I looked online and found that you were there in several places. And when I was looking at that, I found Bill Jackson was there.
Yep.
I see Bill on Sunday mornings quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked, oh, I know him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we've been together. I've known Bill since he got into the hobby.
mm-hmm.
I'm probably, and my brothers are some of the older ones in the steam industry in Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting to the point now at my age, I'm one of the few that grew up with steam.
Yes.
The majority of people that are in steam, and Bill Jackson's one of them, got into the hobby later in life.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, I grew up with steam. My boys have grown up with steam, and we're bringing their kids up with steam. So it's an ongoing, actually now my grandson is 5th generation
Really?
in steam. And he's quite interested. He's 7 years old, and he can operate model steam engines.
Mm-hmm.
Has been for a couple of years. So it's in the blood.
I'm not sure if I have any other questions just offhand. You've been through this many times before with people talking about steam, and is there anything major I'm missing?
No, not really. I guess it's hard to sit here and talk about it. It's easier to show.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, we're quite extensive into it. We've taken engines down into Ohio to shows, and actually I'm quite proud of the fact we're the only Canadians that have ever done that.
Mm-hmm.
And been to this one particular show, the National Thrashers in Waseon, Ohio. We've been down there 3 times now with engines. With an open invitation to go back anytime. So
Mm-hmm.
we're pretty well known in the steam hobby. We have an organization in Ontario that's the Antique Boiler Association. There's 5 of us on the board, and we are liaisons between the authorities who inspect the boilers and the people that own them.
Mm-hmm.
And we're kind of watchdogs over the hobby, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And before the privatization came into effect with our Ontario government, we dealt right with the government people.
Yes.
And now it's TSSA that we're dealing with.
What does that stand for?
Technical Standards and Safety Association.
Okay.
And they oversee everything from pressurized vessels, elevators, cranes, propane,
Mm-hmm.
stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals. They're the same organization that looks after all that kind of stuff.
Now you mentioned that the 5th generation of your family is getting interested in steam. Are there enough young people coming along generally who are interested?
Not here in Canada, no.
Is it starting to disappear as a...
We were talking to a fellow on the weekend who has an engine, and he is thinking of getting rid of it because his boys have absolutely no interest, and he's getting a little older and a little feeble, so he's wanting to get out of it. But no, over in the United States, it seems to be the other way around. The young people are the ones that are buying engines and getting into the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
There's one family that we know quite well. The father was into it, his boys get into it, and now their family, and the one boy is 20, and he just bought an engine.
Mm-hmm.
His sister, who is 21, is looking for one.
Good.
And she's, well, we've watched both those kids grow up. And this gal she's an excellent engineer. She can handle an engine with the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
And over there, young people are getting into it. Over here, they're not. Why, I have no idea, but it's just the way it is, I guess. No, the Jackson boys, Bill Jackson's grandsons, they're getting into it. And my family and brothers and nephews and nieces and so on, they're getting into it. Like I say, my grandchildren are quite interested. My oldest one's granddaughter, Jenna, she's 12, and she's been getting right into it and steering the engine in parades. And
Mm-hmm.
it won't be long till we'll have her running them.